Tips with Tony. Tips with Tony. All about nutrition from your favorite dietitian. Everything you need to digest in your mind. Tips with Tony. Tips with Tony. Making you healthier one bite at a time. With Tony. Woo.
Hello and welcome to the Tips with Tony podcast. I'm Tony Marinucci, your registered dietitian, helping you get healthy one bite at a time. You guys, I don't know if you know, but this is episode 300. 300 Tips with Tony podcast episodes, and I should have checked the stats before I got on here, so I'm about to right now. I'm just so curious. I know that I'm close to, I think, 100,000 downloads, which is so exciting. So right now, when this episode comes out, I might have been there. I don't know. Right now, I have 92,718 downloads of all time. Thank you guys so much for those who have been subscribers and who have been part of this. It really, really means a lot to me that have been listening for a long time, or maybe you're new. Go back. You have 299 other episodes that you can listen to and learn on how to become the healthiest, happiest version of you that not only takes into consideration your physical health, but also your mental health and just overall well-being, and just taking care of yourself a little bit better. So thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited and so happy for you guys to be celebrating episode 300. So I don't have anything like special lined up for today, although if you clicked on the title of this podcast, you probably need to hear this. So the title of this episode is why that quote that's saying everything in moderation doesn't always work. And as someone who preaches balanced eating, you're probably surprised to read that I do not believe that everything should be consumed moderately. Because what ends up happening, this is what I see so much, is that this philosophy, I think, just like women struggle so much to make progress consistently because they fail to define what moderation means to them. And then it ends up becoming an excuse to, eat whatever they want. And if you guys know that really you can have whatever it is that you want, but if you also have goals and there's certain things, there's certain ways that you want to feel and the type of person you want to be and you want to become, then we can't make excuses for everything and anything. So without clear guidelines, what ends up happening is we tend to fall victim to moments of temptation, and we use it as a crutch, and then we rarely stick to what we said we were going to do, right? And maybe it's because your mindset is stuck in the extremes, and then because it's so extreme, now that term kind of sneaks in there and kind of gives you permission. But I want you to be in charge of your choices, and I want you to give yourself permission beforehand. So you're not alone in this. I totally used to do this too. So what I wanted to share with you today are some questions that you can ask yourself to know that maybe you are using this mindset a little bit inaccurately. Okay, so for example, it's like, do you put a limit on how many alcoholic drinks you're going to have per week? Or do you just drink alcohol whenever it's offered to you, ignoring the goal you set, right? So if that sounds like you, chances are you need to create some more guidelines in regards to what moderation looks like to you, right? Do you eat ice cream when the occasional craving kicks in? Or do you eat it every time your partner's eating it? Right? So it's like, are you having it because you actually want it, or are you just having it because it's there? Okay, so that's super important to think about. Do you eat a small portion of, maybe you're out to dinner with your friends and they order nachos and you have a small portion of it? Or do you end up eating half the platter because you've been quote unquote good all week? Now I can go on a tangent about how you're not good or bad, whether you eat well or not, and how that's kind of an unhealthy mindset as well, but I want to stay focused and clear on this right now. So all that to say, if you do 1 or 2 or 3 of those things I just listed, chances are you probably need to do a little bit better of a job describing and deciding what moderation looks like for you. So if you want this to work, I want you to establish your goals clearly and decide what variety of choices fits within them, okay? From there, you can build your own version of, quote, moderation, and that's when you truly find the balance in your eating habits, right? So pre-decide how you're going to enjoy food and drinks and maybe things that are a little bit more indulgent in a more moderate or balanced way. Okay. And I think this is another little bit of a side tip that I'm going to give within this is I find that I use the word balance often as well. And I think for some people, it can get a little bit screwy because when we use the word balance, if you are under eating during the week and then overeating on the weekend, technically that brings you back to balance, right? Undereating and overeating will bring you back to balance. But when I say balance, what I mean is how can you focus on eating nutrient-dense foods a majority of the time and allowing for some indulgences in a way that makes you feel good. So it allows you to enjoy your food without feeling deprived, but it also allows you to enjoy that food without feeling overly full and stuffed, right? So when I say balance and defining what moderation looks like to you, that is what I mean. So really, it's not a balance of 50-50. It's a balance within 80-20, 90-10, 70-30, whatever it is for you, right? So if you're currently, it's 0 to 100, that's not balance, right? And so all that to say, we need to define what that looks like for you on your individual level. So maybe you're going to be more consistent at 70-30 than you are at 90-10 or even 80-20, right? We hear about the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule is, 80% of your choices being nutrient dense, where 20% is, maybe less nutrient dense. And that might work for some of you, but maybe for some of you, if you have a weight loss goal, that keeps you at maintenance. And so for you to lose weight, you need to go to more of like a 90-10. But maybe for some of you, that 90-10 is too restrictive and it brings you to like a 0 to 100 real quick. So therefore we play around more in that 80-20. Or for some of you, maybe it's more of like that 70-30. And that's actually where you're the most consistent. And although if you have a weight loss goal and it doesn't come off as quickly, it might actually stay off and eventually will actually bring you to your results faster than trying to go harder and stronger and kind of back into that, close to that, what feels like a 0 to 100 real quick sort of situation. I hope that makes sense. But all that to say, the term everything in moderation doesn't always work. It just doesn't. You need to define what moderation looks like for you. So if this resonated with you, I want you to share with me on Instagram, tag me, take a screenshot of this episode, tag me at tips_with_Tony with an I, and let me know where you're going to define what moderation looks like to you. So for the examples that we provided here, so how many alcoholic drinks are you going to allow in a week or in a sitting, right? Or how many, if it's sweets related, how often are you going to allow yourself to have sweets? Is it going to be, a little bit of sweets every day? Or is it going to be when the craving comes up? When you go out to eat with friends, are you going to be intentional about, if they order appetizers, are you going to have some? Or are you going to order yourself maybe a salad to start so that way you can indulge in? Maybe you're intentional about you want to have something that's a little bit more heavy, that's maybe a fried food, but you've been looking forward to this specific dish. So you're actually not going to have the appetizers because you want to enjoy your meal that might come with a little extra sauce or cheese or fried foods or whatever it is. And you feel good when you allow part of your meal to be a little bit more indulgent, but when the whole thing is like that, you often come home feeling sick. That's what it means to create a clear understanding of what moderation looks like for you. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, like I said, take a screenshot of the episode, tag me at tips_with_Tony with an I. And if you don't mind rating a review, rating this episode, sharing it with a friend, I am so close to 100,000 downloads. And that is something I've been working on and I want to celebrate, because that just means that 100,000 of you have listened to something that could potentially have changed your life or improved your life in some way or gave you a little bit of help or tips or whatever it is. And that just means the world to me. And so if you can get this message out to as many listeners as possible, I would so appreciate you. So like I said, if you want to share this with someone, amazing. If you want to share it on your story and tag me, amazing. If you want to, by writing a review and rating the podcast, it actually allows other people to more easily find the podcast. So it helps with the algorithm. That would really mean the world to me. So if I've helped you in any way, I would really appreciate you if you can kind of give back to me just in this small little way. With that said, whether you do that or not, I don't know if you've heard or known, I created this Disney eating archetype quiz. So I'll briefly explain what that is. And if you want to go to figure out what type of Disney princess you eat like, go to www.tipswithtony.com to take the quiz. So I created this quiz because I'm currently on the very end stages of writing my very first book called Once Upon a Diet. It's an extension of my TED Talk, which was titled Once Upon a Diet, and it's talking about the parallels between dieting, dating, and romantic relationships. So with that said, I use a lot of Disney references within the book. In the talk, I talk about how we tend to be like Cinderella's stepsisters, going around trying to make our feet fit into a shoe that clearly doesn't fit. And a lot of people do that with their diets. They're trying to fit into all these other boxes when really they just need to be themselves and learn to love themselves and learn how to, eat for them and find the individual plan to create that good fit. So all that to say, this quiz is a way for you to kind of understand your eating tendencies, these characteristics. Each Disney princess has a characteristic about them that can be their blessing or their curse, right? So Cinderella is known for being hopeful, and being hopeful is a beautiful thing, but sometimes it means that we stay in situations a lot longer and circumstances and settle for circumstances and situations longer than we need to, right? Snow White is known for her kindness. So being a kind person is a beautiful thing, but sometimes our kindness can be taken advantage of, right? So that's an example. You could potentially be Ariel, who's known for her curiosity, and being curious and trying to figure out what works best for you is awesome. But being curious in the sense that you are constantly derailed by the shiny object. Sometimes it takes you out of your path. So that whole concept of like the grass is greener on the other side, having that curious kind of characteristic can sometimes derail you from what you really need to be doing for you, right? And then Jasmine's known for her independence, and being independent is awesome, but like sometimes you got to ask for help. So that's why I created the quiz. And I just thought it's like a really fun way for you to just know yourself better, to learn how you eat and why you eat that way. And then once you are, you take the quiz, you'll be told which princess you are. And then each Disney princess has very specific tips that I suggest for you to kind of be able to use that characteristic to become your blessing instead of your curse. All right. So if you didn't go take that quiz, definitely go and do that. Like I said, it's at tipswithtony.com. All right, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for listening. As always, this is Tony Marinucci, your registered dietitian, helping you get healthy one bite at a time.